Hey guys, how's it going? Blaine, aka Thrifty Fishing here. Doing a quick art editor tutorial. I did this one earlier on stream and got some requests to make a YouTube video on how to do it. Basically, what we're going to be doing is making a room similar to this one, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a tile floor like this with the lines and the walls and all like this. So it's pretty simple. It's something that'll give you the ability to make rooms in your drawings like I did in those two. So hopefully it'll help somebody. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to your images and grab a square, and you're going to give that square a 45-degree turn here, and then you're going to imagify it. So you need to delete your old one. So this one, you'll notice that the box around it does not line up with the box itself because you turned it at that 45-degree angle. And what that gives you the ability to do is skew this now so that we get this excuse me, so that we get this angle here. And so you can just stretch this to the side that you need, the size that you need, sorry. And this is going to be our floor. And you can make it so that your one wall is more on this side, that side, it doesn't really matter. And the more you skew it, the more intense that angle will be. So that looks pretty good to me. To make this edge a little sharper, I'm going to go ahead and use the blur tool and just give it that nice little outline there. And then I'm going to tint it the color that I want. For this tile floor, we're going to be using like a blue color, more on the white side over here, like that right there. Now the trick to get straight lines here is that you use the square and then you just make it really skinny. And yeah, that's really it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this long because we're gonna need it long for doing this tile trick here. I'm gonna go ahead and make it a little bit more skinny than that. And the hardest part here is going to be getting your angle to line up with the angle that you made your floor on. So, oh, make sure you don't grab the back there. So this there should be perfect. It's pretty close. It's not exactly right. Let me see if I can stretch it just a little bit better. I said stretch it, I meant rotate it. There we go. That looks about right. So I'm going to go back to our filter. Because we just did this, it'll actually be the same color, and we're just going to darken that up a little bit. So it's right here, so we're just going to come down and get us a darker color. And we will take it, and we're going to line it up with close to the edge, but a little bit short of it, because if it hangs over, it's going to mess up our walls later. And then we can just take that, imagify it, and luckily it'll maintain our angle for us, so that we don't have to redo that every time. And then we can just stretch it big and bring it over here. Just like that. I'm actually going to move it backwards one so I can grab this again. Because every time you imagify it, it's going to lower your quality a little bit. So if you want to keep your quality up, we're going to imagify the same one each time. And this just gives your drawing a little bit more depth than if you're just doing like a flat bottom and then just a colored background. Alright, so we've almost got this side finished. Alright, and I'm actually going to imagify one more of these and kind of run it close to the wall over here. Like this right there. Alright, so now we need to make another one of these going the opposite way, matching this angle. We can actually just make a copy of this one and make it the right size here and do it the same way. And once we get it just about perfect, then we can start doing that same thing, and it will, once again, the Imagify button will maintain our angle for us. So go ahead, and once we get this one lined up, we can start on the rest. There we go. So now we've got this, and it'll already have our angle for us. So we just make it big enough, and because we put that little border on there, now we can just line it up with that. And once again, I'm going to move that backward so I can grab my first one again and use it. And actually now I think this one's going to be in the way too. So we'll have to move it backwards twice. Look at that. It's looking pretty good. This is a little repetitive, so I'm not going to be saying a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure you've got it by this point. There we go. Almost got it. Alright, so now we've got our tile floor done. We can put ourselves some walls up. So with walls, the corners are going to be straight here, so we don't have to rotate this or skew it or anything. The trick is you just want to line this first wall up with that corner, like that. So then you just pick yourself a color for the wall. Use your tint tool. So let's say we want some ugly green walls. Alright, so before we move this or anything, we're going to imagify it, and the reason we do that is so that we can get a lighting effect, because we want the same color of wall, but the lighting's going to hit each side a little different. So we can take this and then go to our brightness, and let's say that our light's hitting this wall but not this wall as much, so we'll darken this one up a little bit. And so now when we move it to the back, now we get this effect that we have a room. So when you look at your card, you can see it's like we're in this room with a tile floor. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a pretty simple trick there. It looks like we lost one of our cross pieces just then. I'm not sure what happened to it. We could always just make another one of those real quick. That's actually not that big of a deal. We can just grab one of these and put it on there. Something I forgot to mention that's important is that you go ahead and flatten your background so that you don't have to worry about moving anything or losing anything like that. So if we just flatten everything, now we've got our floor there. And actually that background moved too. That's really weird. Hold on. Undo's going to take a while because we have a lot of layers on there right now. But either way, you guys get the gist of it. Make sure once you get your actual floor and background there that you flatten everything so that it doesn't freeze up on you like that, because you don't want to lose your work. I'm sure that one will actually pop back up once it finishes freezing up on Undo there. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back again next time.